I'm Professor Jacqui Glass. I work at Loughborough University and I am the principal investigator for a project called Creative Outreach for Resource Efficiency. So I'm an academic in the School of Civil and Building Engineering at Loughborough, and I work on a range of research projects. The core project, Creative Outreach for Resource Efficiency, is one of those projects. And it's a very interesting one because it's a multidisciplinary project, working with other universities and other colleagues from other disciplines. I came to be leading the project because it arose out of an event run by the Engineering and Physical Sciences Research Council, focusing on the issues around resource efficiency. So I had a chance to work with colleagues, and we came up with the idea, really, that this was about getting scientists out of the laboratory and talking about these really important pieces of work around resource efficiency with the public, industry, government and others. So the most important thing about resource efficiency is that it touches everybody's lives. They may not choose to call it resource efficiency, but whether we're talking about water, waste, materials, energy, it's part of all of our lives. We can't rely on having an endless source of materials, etc., to draw from. We have to think about where those resources come from and make sensible choices. But often they're tricky choices, and they aren't sensible ones that we have to make. It's a difficult thing to make choices of balancing one thing off against another. So the research projects that we're connected to give us the chance to explore some of these issues and maybe get resources from places we hadn't thought about before. Core Creative Outreach for Resource Efficiency isn't a traditional research project. We're not based in the lab, but we are helping people who come from laboratories, who are scientists and engineers. We're focusing on public engagement. So CORE is a project which is focused on helping scientists to reach out to appropriate groups in society at large and engage with them and talk to them. This is extremely important. This is Research Council's money, which comes from essentially you and me as the taxpayers and citizens in society. So this is something very important to me, that we're part of a giving back process. Well, universities, of course, will benefit. We're doing various amounts of training with the researchers involved with our projects, and we hope that through that training, a real range of different stakeholders could benefit, whether it's artists who get involved with them, whether it's school children who come to events and science fairs to hear about the research that they're doing, but it could also be householders, it could be government, it could be landowners. There's quite a wide range of people who could benefit potentially. Well, from our own perspective, by 2020, the CORE project is hoping to influence policy around public engagement for researchers. And we already have a dialogue with some of the senior figures on that. But beyond policy, I'd also like to think perhaps some of our own publications would still be in use by researchers, and we had perhaps created just a little bit of a culture change around how confident scientists and engineers are when they're going out and talking to people about their work.